points. Okay, it's very hard to answer that question without really giving away a lot of the story, which I don't want to do yet. It does point out folly, okay? But if you take Oscar Wilde, for example, he pointed out folly through the comedy of manners. And we are pointing out folly through farce and burlesque and a lot of physical action. The whole play is quite symbolic. Characters have specific what's the word?
Character.
Significance. Yes, they have specific significance. They're there for a reason, and actually I think the play is more character driven than plot driven, but through those characters, and you will see thousands of characters. There's 10 of us portraying people in a village, people in a camp, and everything in between. There's so many different types of people, and we hope to give a glimpse of all that and something about what those people are going through, just to try and remind people, and in some cases, especially with younger members of the audience, to try and make them more aware of the situation.
Okay. That was my next question, actually. What do you expect the audience to take away from the production in terms of lessons learned, a sense of history, and possibly...
I don't want to teach any lessons.
Okay.
I don't teach lessons through my theatre. Yes, there's a certain range of people who do that, but that kind of went out a long time ago. All the kind of the contemporary debates are not about teaching. That was Aristotle way back in the day. Now we're somewhere else completely. And it's not about learning a lesson. It's about opening yourself up to an experience, to seeing something differently. If only that happens, then I'm happy. It's about expression. All art is about expression. It's about freedom of expression. It's about exploring how you feel about very sensitive issues and sharing that, because that is how we remain a little bit more human, or not so desensitized. It's been quite cathartic in that way. A lot of the time when we're devising stuff, we're stopping and saying, can we say that, can we say that? But I think the style of the play is such that we're saying a lot, but I don't think anyone's going to come and, bash us over the head for it.
And your cast members, how well have they settled into the play?
They've just been fabulous. They're absolutely, this is the third play they have created in the last 5 months. And really, from May to October, we worked on 2 entirely different productions. So we only really started creating, we've been working on this for about 5 weeks now. And they're just fantastic. That's why they are who they are, though. They're such incredible performance. There's Gihan Dichikera, who's just fantastic no matter what he does. And he's having a wonderful time. Prasad Pereira, they're all incredibly versatile people. They're all talented in more ways than one. You have people who can act and sing, or act and dance, or act and sing and dance, which is really helpful in a production like this. Of course, don't expect anything like the Mary Ann Singers, because, we do have a couple of tone-deaf people in the cast. But they've responded really well. This story is something I've been talking to some of these actors about for quite a while. I spoke to Gihan about this story about 2 years ago, and he's ending up playing the character that I wanted him to play 2 years ago. The same with Ryan and a lot of other people, so it wasn't like they didn't know about the story. I was saving it for later, but now I just thought the time is so right. The time is so right. And that's one great thing about Mike, is that his writing, I mean, he wrote this story 3 years ago, and this situation has just now come to pass, and it's so timely. It's a very strong reason for choosing it. And he writes with a lot of heart, and you can't help but get caught up in that. And so my actors have responded incredibly. I really am in awe. I mean, we've created so many characters. There are characters we created for this show that aren't appearing. We just dropped some along the way. But it's been wonderful to work with them.
And I mean, in terms of their response, I mean, you know, you're dealing with sensitive issues.
Oh, oh my God, the fights! You want to know about the fights? Yeah. We've had lots of fights, lots of arguments. You can't devise a play without that. You can't devise something about this particular subject without, you know, people just taking sides and screaming at each other, and, you know, everyone wanting their point of view to come across. You know, this is what we want to say. No, we don't want to say that. We want to say this, and, you know, I feel this. So there's been a lot of that, but that's cool for me anyway, because as a director, I sit and listen to them all, and you're able to just like sift through what everyone is saying and cull the bits that work and don't work. But yeah, I mean, there's some definitely in the cast with more of a hardline stance than others. But we've worked our way around it. I mean, this story, this play, really is the collaboration of 10 artistic people. It belongs to all of us, and everyone has had some input of significance in it.
And do you have a message for our viewers? A message for the fans of Groundbees?
Expect the unexpected. This is a play that deals with very sensitive issues. But who are we to make judgments about anything? Come with an open mind.
Right. Thank you very much, Tracy. Thank you for your time, and thank you for joining Groundbees.
Thank you.